I get a lot of questions about CRNA school and balancing my personal life along with being a full-time student. I asked you guys to send me your questions of what you want to know about me, and I have answers for you. So if this is your first time watching my video, this is the best one to watch first. So let's get to it.
Girl, I got a question for you. Can I get an answer? Yeah.
Oh dear. So this is actually going to be broken down into two parts. The first one, we're going to go over the personal questions that I've been asked. And then the second part, we're going to go over CRNA school and managing all the things that go along with that. So the basics. My name is Nelle. I am a DNP student at the University of Buffalo. I am currently in my last year of school and I graduate in May of 2019. I am 27 years old and I am from Buffalo, New York. My ICU experience is in the CVICU, but I applied for CRNA school when I had 1.5 years of experience, and then I continued to work for an additional year until I actually started CRNA school. So one of the first questions is, why did I start my social media? Currently, I have a blog at nursenelle.com. And I actually started that way back in 2014 when I became a CVICU nurse. I don't know why I stopped blogging, but I have some things about the NCLEX, communication with providers, being a new graduate in the ICU, some great blog posts for you guys to look out for. But I got super busy preparing for CRNA school, my GRE, CCRN, CSC, getting recommendations, writing my essays, and then I stopped. Once I started school again, CRNA school, I'm like, you know what, I need to have this blog again. A lot of the information out there isn't as current, and I wanted to be able to share my journey with others so that people know what it is to go through CRNA school. A lot of people are lost and they don't really know what it entails until they're in it. So I really wanted to start this up to allow people to gain a better perspective, a better insight into the profession of nursing and anesthesia, into the life of someone who's going through it, and to help motivate and inspire others, especially those that look like me, to get into this great profession. Next question, do you have any pets or kids? I don't have any pets. I can barely take care of myself. I can't even take care of a plant. I'm definitely not taking care of a pet. So maybe that's going to happen later on in life, but right now I do not have any pets, and I also don't have any kids either. So this next topic, we're going to talk about relationships. I was asked, how do you manage a relationship in CRNA school? Well, I don't. I'm in a long-term relationship with CRNA school currently, and it's a love-hate relationship. I ended a long relationship prior to starting CRNA school because that was the best thing for me. Not because I was starting CRNA school, but because of how the relationship was going, and it just wasn't quite working out. Right now, my passion is CRNA school, my passion is anesthesia, so that's what I'm focusing on in my life. Maintaining a solid relationship throughout CRNA school is doable. There's some super dope CRNA power couples out there, and it's just informing your significant other about what is going to happen and preparing them for the additional stress that you all are going to feel. It's not just you going to CRNA school, it's them as well. So I decided to not actively pursue a relationship while I was in CRNA school because I'm the type of person that's super devoted and I'm dedicated to the things that I'm passionate for. If I'm passionate for someone in my life, then I don't want to be conflicted in terms of trying to choose, CRNA school over them, or trying to manage all of that together, because if I'm going to be with someone, I want to be the best that I can be for them, and I can't really do that in CRNA school. So if you are in a relationship, you just have to let your significant other know, let your kids know that this is going to take up a lot of your time and that it's worth it, and you need their support, because what happens is that there's pre-existing issues in the relationship that weren't fixed prior to CRNA school. CRNA school adds a lot more stress, which causes things to fall apart. So if you got issues, fix them before school. I'm not telling you guys to go break up with your significant others before you start school, but it's really good to prepare them for what they should expect, and how much time you're going to have to dedicate towards school, so that they understand. It's good to set up, date nights or family nights after you get your school schedule, so that they know, well, I'm going to have this day with mom or dad, I'm going to have this day with my significant other, and that's something that you guys can look forward to. And it's also a good stress reliever as well. On to health and extracurricular activities. I get asked a lot, how do I stay fit? I really don't know. I think it's mostly genetics, because I work out probably on average 1 to 3 days a week. I don't go to the gym because I don't like people looking at me. So I have a set of kettlebells, a yoga mat, and a pull-up bar, and those have been working great for me in terms of what I need for my fitness. I do run when it's nice outside, but those are the things that I do to keep myself fit. I try to work out as much as possible because people forget about the wellness aspect of their life when they're in CRNA school. I know you have a lot of tests to study for, I know you have clinical, I know you have care plans, I know you have all of those things, but I feel like I'm better at those things when I take care of myself first. Are you involved with anything in school right now? Currently, I am the vice president of the graduate nurses organization at my school. So right now we're kind of on a summer break, but we will be incorporating some activities. So I am doing that in addition to all the other things that I'm doing. So we're on to miscellaneous and random facts. Do you live by yourself? And for how long have you lived by yourself? I think I moved out of my parents' house when I was 18 or 19 years old. And then I had roommates in a house, and then I moved out to Rochester for undergrad, which I had roommates for a little while, and then I moved back to Buffalo, and then I found a place by myself because I like being by myself. So it's been a while since I have been living on my own, and I enjoy it. How much money are you making currently? Well, you know how people talk about they're getting their coins. I used to get coins as a travel nurse. I'm just the lint left in the pocket at this point. I do work a little bit for a pharmaceutical company training patients on a medication for multiple sclerosis. So I get enough to cover bills if I wanted to cover bills, or to go towards traveling. So I make a decent amount of money for being in school. Do you speak any different languages? Of course. I speak a little bit of French, a little bit of Spanish, and a lot of bit of sarcasm. And when I mean like a little bit, I can barely hold a conversation, but I do understand French and Spanish a little bit, just so you know. So those are the personal questions that I was asked. I threw in a couple of little ones for you guys, but if there's anything that you would like to know about me, feel free to comment below, let me know, or DM me on Instagram at @IamNurseNelle. Stay tuned for part 2, where I go through the frequently asked questions about CRNA school. I know you guys are waiting for that one, and I'm going to record that video right now.